Your profile picture.
Hey,
Let's go. Woohoo!
it worked.
Welcome, welcome. All right, so glad to have you, my brother.
I'm glad to be here. Let me just kind of get this thing set up a little bit. There we go.
Okay, I'm with the
Awesome.
CEO. I'm over here cheering and dancing. I'm with the CEO here in my live. Holy smokes, this is awesome. Just a little starstruck, that's all. I'm gonna do a little introduction, and then I got some questions for you, and then you can say whatever you want, Michael.
Let's do it.
All righty. So I want our people to know, our communities to know that this is an island son. Like he's got island roots. I hope I don't butcher this. I hope I can read my writing, but his grandfather, Peter Tally Coleman, was the first elected governor in Samoa. That's legit. That. I don't know if you could get more Samoan than that. his his grandmother graduated from Kamehameha High School here in Oahu. Same
Yeah.
with his father, Bruce. And so that makes him part Chamorro, and then he's part Samoan, part Hawaiian. Hey, what's your favorite foods, by the way, before I end this intro?
Oh, my favorite foods. Oh man, I love salt beef. I love palasami. Oh my gosh, palasami is my favorite.
Yeah.
Salt beef, some taro with coconut. Yeah, oh my God, that's like my favorite.
Yeah, see? So Michael's raised on this, and this is very important that I start this live this way for our peeps, for our people, and we'll get into why. So that's cool. Those are some of my favorite foods right now as well. His auntie is currently the Congresswoman of American Samoa. His auntie. Can you please say her name, Michael?
Amata Radawagan, Coleman Radawagan.
Thank you.
Mata Radawagan. Yes.
I could have said that, but I can't read my writing. Right now it looks like Cambodian. I don't know. I don't know what. Anyways, so I'm just so happy to have the CEO. We have exciting to have the grand opening of Hawaii here, virtual office tonight, 7:30 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. And I have a few questions. And again, whatever you want to add to that, thank you, Michael. So, why financial literacy and why now?
You know, it's funny. I just feel like you look around and you just look at the state of the world. And one of the things that I realize is that people from everywhere need education on finances and money. Isn't it interesting that when we're kids, you go to school and they don't teach you anything about money and credit cards and how to buy a house and investing? And isn't it true that at some point in the future, we're going to have to use money and buy a house, or have some place to live? And so I start to see that, I want to strengthen families and, I want to be able to help put people in a position to like be able to achieve their dreams. I've always been very, I don't have like these wild dreams of like fast cars. I like to play my guitars and, play my music and stuff like that. But, we've always come from humble beginnings. And I just want to be able to help others. And one thing that made a big difference was when we sat with my mom and dad, and it's just kind of it's like the kids are not really going to be opinion leaders for the parents. And so it was just very much respectful to come, and I introduced my friend who was going to teach my mom and dad. And my dad is very like very serious and majestic and royal, and so when we sat down and he started to get educated, like we went through, and he was like this when we started, and then after a few minutes he was like this, and then he was like this, and he just started to become interested. And then he looked at me about 45 minutes in, and you know what he said? He goes, "Thanks for giving your mom and I some hope." And that hit me right in the heart. And I thought, how many more families need this? And recently I was back on Saipan, where a lot of my family is, and and I just saw there was so much poverty and people were struggling. And I really felt like, if we could just teach people fundamentals of how to save and be good shepherds of their money, I think that we could change a lot of lives and do good. So that's why I think financial literacy is important right now.
Awesome. Now, for those of you who just joined, I did this really nice background of his ties to the islands, both Chamorro Hawaii, Samoa. These are him. This is not like, oh, I visited the place. This is his makeup. So the next question, why Hawaii, Michael?
Hawaii is really the gateway to the Pacific, and I look at it and feel like nobody's made any penetration there. For our company to bring financial literacy to the mainland, it's very much 70% is California, and then a majority of that is in of the remaining 30% is in Canada. So on the east
Oh,
on sorry, I'm on the east coast in Florida. Someone was trying to call me, and then Hawaii. I just feel like there's just nobody doing what we do. There's nobody helping in the way that we help. And so I want to bring that message to the islands. I want to be the person, with working with you and the wonderful team that you've assembled, to be able to, bring that education. What's great is it doesn't cost anything. It's just having people willing to listen, willing to ask questions. And I really think that we can make some big changes in the islands and bring a lot of hope and prosperity to our people. So.
sweet. Real quick, we said that we're so excited for this grand opening, this virtual grand opening in Hawaii tonight. How many
Yeah.
shops or offices have you opened nationwide or even outside of the nation?
Offices.
He's got a lot of people calling him. He's
Sorry,
frozen
I
again
should.
because
No, no,
people
no, I
calling.
should probably. They keep calling me. But anyways, I should. We've opened up 35 offices all over the U.S. So New York, Boston, Florida, Newport Beach, Glendale. In Vegas, Utah, like all over the place. And we're continuing to expand. So Hawaii has always been in my heart, and I've always wanted to do this. And Billy, I'm just appreciative of you and the team, and Sean and everybody that's out there to be able to help us open and bring this message to the islands.
Oh, we thank you as well. When you're opening a new office, what is something that one should focus on or plan on when opening a brand new office like we're doing?
I think that there's two things I think that you really need to focus on. The first one is you have to be service oriented to your customers. You have to listen to them, and you really have to listen to them and kind of like service what their needs are. And so that's the first thing, is just be extra, is just give a lot of service to your customers and make sure that they feel good about what they're doing. And then on the other side is that you need to make sure that you care for the success of your people, And so as we start to expand, you'll have new people on the team, new people that have all come from different backgrounds. And I feel like if you always put the success of your people first, and if you always put the success of your customers first, then success will find you. So that's what I think is a really good winning philosophy. And I think that, what? That's the natural island way, is to think of others first. I think that it's and that's why I think that this team is going to be extremely successful.
Thank you, Michael. I only have a few more
Yeah.
questions, or sorry, say a couple more questions. And the next one is, excuse me, we've found our team in Hawaii. We've earned this, by the way. I wanted to congratulate our team members who are on here. Excuse me. Double digits since April as far as getting partnering up with people. 100 plus people overall. If you had advice for someone who's just starting a business, Michael, whether it be with us or even not with us, because I know it goes across the plains, what advice would you give for someone who's starting out, especially in these times?
Well, I think that you really have to understand the needs of, like what's happening out there. And if you could figure out, I once went to a business conference, and one of the gentlemen there, he basically was doing this talk about, if you can find something that everybody needs and you can figure out a way to present that product to the masses, then you could be very successful. But you always have to start at the beginning, And so I think that it's really, number one is you have to have a tremendous work ethic, but number two is you have to have a tremendous vision of what it is that you want to be able to accomplish. Because if you have a really big vision, I think that by itself will enroll people into what you're trying to do. And I think that that's the secret of building a team.
Sweet. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Anything you would like to add, whether it be for our team members or anyone else out there who's joined us on this live or seen the recording in the future?
Hey, well, you know what? I'll tell you that we're going to have, this is just, tonight is just going to be the first of many meetings, and I know that one of the things that I wanted to let everyone know on this, on this live stream is that we're going to be doing more meetings in the future. And, because this is just the initial grand opening, we've got a couple hundred people that are already registered for the meeting tonight. And so I want you to think about that, just those few people spreading the word of mouth. Well, I know that there's going to be a lot more people that are getting invited afterwards. They're going to call you back and be like, "Oh my gosh, did we miss it?" And I think that that we're going to do another follow-up one to this next week, and I'm excited to be able to do that as well. So I would tell everybody that's hearing this, whenever they hear it, we're going to make this a standard, regular presentation to bring this this message of financial literacy to islands, and and so I just want you guys to remember that. So
Sweet. Thank you very much. Please reach
you're
out
welcome.
to us tonight at 7:30 Hawaii time, 7:30 p.m. We're going to have our grand opening, virtual grand opening, featuring CEO here, Michael Coleman, who's found a lot of success. I like to listen to people who have done it, have been there, not to the naysayers and the negative people, but those who have been there and care for others enough to have them help them succeed. I appreciate you. Mahalo. Thank you very much, Michael Coleman.
Thank you, Billy. We'll see you tonight, man. Take care.
All right. Aloha. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.